Being a brother to Charles Hubert, it is obvious that Peter Hubert has a fetish for anything with a big H logo emblazoned on it. Peter has also been a racer for quite a few years now, and as you could expect, all the cars were Hondas, or at least Honda powered. After selling the race cars and staying away from the racing scene for a while, he decided his new daily ride should be a head-turner with some good power and speed. How insane is this? A new Honda S2000 with a Vortex supercharger conversion.
Good. Now, you've always been with Hondas. Why Honda?
Yeah, we just fell in love with them since the first 1800s came out. It's Davies, more his idea. We started by building an 1800 normally aspirated, and we seemed to get a lot of horsepower out of it. And since then, we just stayed with the Hondas.
And your personal race cars, which ones have you had now?
Well, yeah, I've been through a couple of them. I've had a Honda Civic VTEC Turbo, and then the Ballard, also VTEC Turbo, and then a Civic again. And just these last few months I've been busy, so I couldn't get to racing properly. So I left it and then bought this car.
Now, out of all the cars that you've actually raced, which is the fastest? What's your fastest time and speed, and which car was it?
That was the last Honda Civic I had with the 1800 turbo motor. Around 11.7 seconds on Tarlton with a speed of 216, I think. And yeah, that would be the quickest. But that was a front-wheel drive.
Now, you've chosen a road car here, obviously Honda as well. What's different to your S2000 as compared to the other ones on the road out there?
Yeah, well, I bought the car last year, I think June, July. And immediately fell in love with it. But it needed a bit of speed. You can see I'm built for speed, not for comfort. I added a supercharger on it, which Rob Green helped me with quite a lot. And it's a huge improvement. It's drivable.
And performance-wise, what is it up on compared to the standard S2000?
We put the car on the dyno before we put the charger on just to have a power run. We've had 133 kilowatts on the wheels, and after the charger it went up to 217. So that was quite an improvement.
How long did it take to actually do the conversion, to fit everything in here?
Basic time would be, I think we worked about 2 weeks on it. But yeah, it's straightforward. You get everything in the package, the brackets, everything's there. It's just a bolt-on kit.
How difficult is that bolt-on process?
The motor has to be pulled. You have to take out the sump and put a drain pipe for the oil, and the gearbox had to be taken out for the clutch. And no, it was quite a job. It's just nice and neat because everything just bolts on and there's place for everything. So that's what makes a bolt-on kit nice.
This Honda CRX is the most extremely modified Honda in the country at the moment, and it belongs to Charles Hubert, a man well known in Honda circles. Would you believe his car can run 9 seconds on the quarter mile?
Well, now, just to put it into perspective, how many brothers are you?
We 4, 4 brothers.
Okay, out of the 4, who's the fastest?
Me at the moment.
Is that for a quarter mile or top end?
Yeah, the quarter mile. Davi is the fastest on the 1K.
This car is on its second life now at the moment. What happened there?
Yeah, well, it fell off a trailer, and yeah, we rebuilt it again. So.
Now, Honda range, you've got quite a few motors to choose from. What have you gone for in your CRX now?
It's a Honda VTEC 2.2.
Now, what kind of mods have you done to the motor to get it to be your race motor?
Well, the only thing I did is put Wasika pistons and a set of grower rods in the turbo.
Yeah, what size turbo is that? Because that thing is huge.
Yeah, well, it's a T66 Turbonetic turbo.
Okay, so with all the changes you've done to it, what sort of power is the car pushing out now on the wheels?
About 550 horsepower on the wheels.
You've done, it's got custom suspension front and back. How does the car handle now on the quarter mile?
It's much better. Yeah, it's just a bit loose on the quarter mile. Just before the quarter mile, it gets a bit loose, but otherwise it's fine.
Now, what speed are you doing when it gets a bit loose there?
About 230s, 240s on the quarter mile. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of mad. But now I see you fitted a parachute to it this time around. Is that to help you braking, or what's going on there?
Yeah, I see the problem is I've got Hayabusa brakes on the car now for weight, and that's why I put the chute on now. So just to help me brake, I stop at the quarter mile.
So what is your best actually that you've done?
Yeah, it was a 9.3 in the quarter mile and 244 k's an hour. I'll get going, yeah. Thanks a lot.
Don't you want to gooi a bit of a demo for us?
Yeah, I think I would.
I've got a Mark 1 Golf to modify. Apparently Mohammed's Auto Style shop has got all the accessories I need. So I'm here, we're going to see what he's got. Let's hope I can modify. Okay, now we all know that Auto Style is called like your one-stop accessory shop. Organised myself a 2000 model Golf. Okay. Standard.
Stock standard.
Stock standard. I want that thing changed. I want it to look good, inside, outside, every accessory you got. Can you show me what you got from Mark 1, how we can change it?
Okay, let me start off with, let's see, you say Mark 1 City Golf, eh?
That's it.
Okay, I'm going to go through some bumpers, some spoilers, some grills with you. Maybe you can get an idea what you want to do to the car, right? On the bumper side, we've got different type bumpers. City Golf bumpers, Golf 2 bumpers, RS Avant bumpers. They're not expensive. They range from $195 upwards. We've got fancy tail lights, we've got fancy roof spoilers, all the different types. You know the Camai roof spoiler?
Yes, yeah.
The 3-piece Zender, which I don't think you like, right?
No,
and we've got 1, 2 other options. Then we've got side skirtings you can put on. We've got the vented ones. We've got the straight ones, the bubble ones. A winner for the car is a badgeless grille. Let me show you a decent one. The badgeless grille is nice, and you can go single headlight. Single headlight looks nice, and you can complete it with an eyelet. Eyelets are not expensive; they're about $80 an eyelet. Body-wise, we've got everything else, but basic: do the bumpers, do the side skirts, do the eyelet, do the grille. On lighting, there's a whole lot of stuff you can do. I'll show you fancy indicators. You must change your indicators. Change from white, change to white, from yellow to white, and then you can finish off with white dowel kits, aluminium door pins, aluminium stainless steel plates when you open the car. You can even do a strut brace on your engine compartment. There's a lot you can do. I was telling you about the front spoiler. I'd highly recommend this one. It's a Golf 2 spoiler, but it fits a Golf 1. What's good about it, it's plastic, so if you knock something, it won't break in a hurry. It doesn't need to be painted, it's already matte black, and you just pop it onto your bumper. I would highly recommend that one. You can go the Bonrath or the fiberglass spoilers like I showed you on the computer. With regards to lighting, I was telling you, we've got a crystal indicators, which is a must, or you can go down to normal white indicators. These are stainless steel door pins, 630 and 4.4. They finish off your car well, and they replace the existing black ones which break often. Your car is 4-door, it's 2000 model, not a 2-door, right? We've got taillights. Depending what color your car is and what look you're going for, I'd recommend smoke taillights, which are cheap. They're $3.95 a pair. You can go full white, full smoke, etc. With regards to engine, okay, I'm sure you're going to want performance and a good noise out of it and a good induction kit. Your car, you did tell me, is a carburetor model, so maybe go for the induction for the Golf 1 carb. That's not bad. You can do a vernier pulley, which we got brand new pulleys, just fit in and they're adjustable. You can then finish up with fancy aluminium fuel caps, fancy fog light kits, fancy racing pedals, fancy mirror adjusters, fancy chrome gear surrounds, etc. But the interior is endless. If I were you, I'd rather start with the body. Do the body first, do what needs to be sprayed and fitted first, and after that come see me, we do the interior one shot. Once you do the bodywork finish and you finish up on the mags suspension, you can start the suspension, you can do a lowering kit, coilovers. We can talk about that. Let's get a body kit on so we know what height your car is going to sit and what you're going to be comfy with driving.
Ishmael, Mo sorted me out with the styling and the looks of the car. Cool, yeah. But now I want some sound. He says you're the one to speak to. What can you recommend from Mark 1 Golf? It must look good, but it must have some serious, decent bass.
Something for good styling and good effect. I suggest to you this new Sony subwoofer here, 1300 watts. We're going to stick this in a nice 12-inch box, and we'll take a nice 4-channel amplifier, something in the lines of a Calibre. We'll take a nice 4-channel amplifier like this here, and obviously we're going to run a nice set of splits. We'll take a set of nice, decent 6-inch splits. Something within a good quality range to run with. But higher end frequencies will be a nice Kenwood system. And obviously we will need a power cable system is very important for the type of power that you run on the system. So we're going to need that amplifier. We're going to need cable to that equivalent minimum spec. Alright. To get it powered up to run that system, amplifier and a subwoofer, and a 4-channel amplifier, and then obviously your radio, whatever you're going to run on your radio.
Okay, now what kind of head unit do you recommend for that?
Something to give you good control over this, at least a 4-channel radio that will run into all 4 channels into your amplifier, so you can control the output out to your sub, and you can control the output out to your splits. Okay. So it gives you full control of what you want to run, how you want to listen to it, and where you want to space your sound.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I think what you better do is tell me how much this is going to cost, and then we'll make a plan from there.
A system like this, pretty simple. A subwoofer like this will cost you about 550 rand. Cabling about $100. Amplifier you're looking at 850, and a nice good quality set of splits, $750. And off you go, 2,200 rand. You got good, nice banging sound.
Okay, that's excluding head unit though.
Excluding head unit, yeah.
Okay, brilliant. Thanks a lot for all the help and all the prices.
Thanks a lot. Here's our card. My details are there.
Excellent.
If there's anything you're not sure about, just go onto our website. You'll see everything there. It's categorized, pictures, prices, description. Phone us anytime. And if you're working Monday to Friday, come on a Saturday or Sunday. We open 7 days.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to go beg Annie for some money. So see you later. Thanks, man.
Okay, not a problem. Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Okay, Naeem, now you're Mo's brother. What do you do at AutoStar?
Handle all the adverts, website, marketing, that sort of stuff.
Okay, now I wish I worked at AutoStar because I want to do it for Mark 1. You've got a Mark 5 and it's damn sexy. What have you done to it?
Plenty. Started with the full Zender body kit from Germany. 18-inch wheels, complete 25mm drop. That was the outside. Inside we did full clarion and kicker install. In-dash screen in the boot, 10-inch sub mounted in the seats. And for now that's it. Next up is interior lighting, undercar lighting, and lastly the motor.
So soon it's going to be a feature. Thanks a lot, man.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Cheers, man. The Uno Turbo is a popular little car in South Africa to be modified and boosted. They're light, they're quick, they go well. And we actually sponsor 2 of the fastest ones we know of in the country. They may be faster. We've heard of faster times in Cape Town, some funny places, but we've never actually seen proof. So we thought we'd show you the 2 fastest in the country together. So here we have Richard De Souza and Darryl Robinson with his car.
The black Speed and Sound Uno Turbo has had a hard life. At the Speed and Sound offices, the car is often referred to as the industry slut because it's been touched, tinkered with and worked on by more mechanics and tuning companies that we care to mention. Now in the hands of Darryl Robinson, the car is pretty much regarded as the fastest turbo-only Uno in Gauteng, possibly the rest of the country.
Darryl, your car is one of the faster Unos in the country. What is your best time with it at the moment?
We have run a 13 flat with it. We did it at Bloemfontein.
So has anybody come close to you besides Richard's car, obviously, which is a little bit faster?
There is a Uno in Cape Town that has done a 13.4. I think that he's come the closest.
Didn't they challenge you when you went down to Cape Town?
They did challenge us. Richard and I got various threats via email of people going to challenge us, and that when we went there we ruled the roost.
You're not the first owner of the car. There's a little bit of history to it. Can you tell us some of that history?
Yes, it was firstly owned by Joel Silver, Batman, in the magazine. The car was red. He got it sprayed black. The car went through quite a few changes. Roll cage, no back seats. It's got rims on it now, sponsored by Yokohama. So the car has gone through quite a few changes.
Is it any faster now than when Joel had it?
It is quite faster now. I'm a bit lighter than what Joel was.
So it's a power to weight thing then?
It definitely must be a power to weight thing.
You know you're going to be in trouble when you go to work on Tuesday after seeing this program?
Probably.
Some things are worth it. In your engine bay, it looks a lot different to a standard Uno Turbo. Run us through the changes that are made here.
Okay. We've actually brought the turbo to the top of the motor. On the standard Unos, they do sit down at the bottom. It's just easier to change at the race days when you break a shaft or something like that. As well, fitted to it is a Turbonetics dump valve, and then wastegate, and then basically all your boost pipes.
Okay, now what combination turbo is that, or is that a secret?
That you'll have to phone Josie from Jedi.
So it's a custom Jedi turbo manifold and everything.
That's correct, yes.
And then the power that the car makes with that compression and the boost?
We normally boost on a day about 1.7 bar. Kilowatts on it is about 198 at about 360 newtons.
So that's giving you your best quarter mile, you said, of a 13?
Of a 13, yeah.
So to put that into perspective, a new like M3 will do probably about a 14.5 to a 14.8 quarter mile. So your car's actually pretty damn quick.
It is, yes.
So what's your favorite car to pick on?
Obviously Joel's M5.
Nice. Cool. Unos from the factory, they come with a really crappy interior. You've upgraded yours completely. Those things, they've got nothing race inspired, it's just a basic thing. Yours is awesome. What have you done here?
Basically what we've done is we fitted two racing chairs to it, a roll cage, and then we've stripped out the back seats of the vehicle. It was done at Big Boss Auto, and all the gauges and stuff were bought at AutoStyle, Mohammed from AutoStyle.
Richard de Souza's white Uno Turbo could possibly be the fastest of its kind in the country. He's been challenged on many occasions, but to date no one has come close to his personal best. The car's only recently been covered with speed and sound signage. In the past, it's always been known as the Yokohama Uno Turbo. But as you can see, Yokohama is still a big part of the equation.
I'm here with Richard de Souza. He's the driver of the white Uno that we sponsor. It's probably the fastest in the country. As far as I'm concerned, it is. And as far as a lot of people in Gauteng are concerned, it's definitely the fastest one in the country. So we're going to find out why it is the fastest, what's different between Daryl's one and his one. And then a little bit later, we're going to go test the cars. So, Richard, your car, why is it so quick? What is different between yours and Daryl's?
Basically, turbo setup. The only difference between the two cars is that I run nitrous oxide.
So nitrous is a big boost on any car, but what difference does it make on your car compared to Daryl's?
Well, depending on what size jet we run, it will give you that initial kick of extra horsepower.
What size kit are you using at the moment in your car, roughly in kilowatts-wise?
It's about a 60 horsepower kit, the main stage, and then we use a small stage just to launch off, which is about 30-40 horsepower.
So Richard, your car's best time is in the 12s, Daryl's is in the 13 dead. So what is your your quickest you've done?
The quickest I've done a quarter mile at was at Tarlton and at West Bank, a 12.5 at 199 k's an hour.
And now your car's not just set up for the quarter mile, you guys run it on 800s and 1Ks as well. Have you got performance figures for those for me?
Yeah, we've done the 800 at Tarlton at 236 k's an hour, and the 1K we've done at 256 k's an hour.
For the viewers watching now, they're just hearing figures, they don't really know what that means. Can you put that into perspective for us with your car regards to a standard Uno Turbo over those distances?
Well, Chris, the standard Uno over the 800 does plus minus 190 odd k's. Over the 1 kilometer, you're looking at about 200 k's, 201. A strong Uno will run at 205 k's an hour, standard trim.
Looking at your engine bay compared to Daryl's one, yours looks like a lot more standard looking, which is deceptive. Can you tell me what has actually been changed? Because anybody who doesn't really know their cars will say this is a standard engine.
On external features, the only thing that you can notice that has really been changed on the motor is that we've got two fogger nozzles. A first stage NOS to help us launch, and then obviously a secondary stage, which is our main stage.
So why have you not opted for the high turbo like Daryl has changed his car to?
Chris, on days when I don't want to run NOS, I can crank the boost up here and run just turbo alone. We've taken away the standard airbox and put the air filter straight onto the downpipe that goes into the turbo.
And besides that, everything else does look standard. Obviously, you've mentioned the fogger nozzles. Inside the motor, what have you changed?
Bottom end is basically stock standard. The head we've flowed, 3-angle valves. We've polished the manifold, and it's just boost pipes, bigger intercooler, and that's about your basic mods.
Inside your Uno, it looks slightly changed from standard. It's actually one of the neatest looking interiors we've seen. Everything you've done is race inspired. What have you changed?
I've tried to keep the inside of the car pretty much standard. The only thing that I've changed is I put 2 bucket seats in to keep me in place with harnesses, and I've taken the back seats out, obviously, to put the gas bottle where I can reach it whenever needed. And I've got the back section of a roll cage in, plus the rev counter with shift light, and otherwise the interior is basically stock.
So everything's basically for function, form, and it's there for a reason.
Correct, correct.
These guys seem eager for that race. Let's get to Tarlton to see what's going down.
I'd like to thank a couple of people on behalf of Daryl and myself. I'd like to thank Fernando from FND Performance, Josie from Jedi Performance, Top Sport, and to Yokohama for supplying us with great tyres.
Can you tell me a little bit of history about the thing?
Yes, it was previously owned by Batman.
Who is?
Joel Silver. The car was originally red. We took it to,
Basically, I must stop saying basically. It's
Crappy interior when they come from the factory. Nothing's amazing. It's not luxurious. It's just like a budget racer. Can you tell me what's been changed on yours? So it's a case of mine is bigger than yours.
correct, but they all know mine is bigger than theirs.
Which you've proved.
Right, for proof, right, it's got a problem. Let's just clear the track first and behold.
So when are you lining up against Titanic? Titanic, the red monster. Hello, my name is Anthony.
The first 2 young ladies under the age of 12 come to the cellar. One blackhead and one blonde. The blonde chick's got to have 2 eyes. Alright? Come to the cellar. Here's just got yourself some, what do they call it? Feeding from sporting. Alright? They need to be older and younger than 12 years. Alright. That's pretty good. Right, get your girlfriend out there to the sweet something and have a photo by the famous man that can't take photographs because of sugar, and the first photo and alright. Another run already. The photos will be another run already. Guys, please, Right, guys. The start line area, there's way too much people. Can we get the security guys to move them away, please? I've just had the big boss on the line. He says, if you're not with your car, we will not let you ride. So everybody to their car.
Got a big tool in front of you, right?
Everybody not with cars to please leave the pit area immediately. All right. JP, Lorenzo, Ina.
Ready!
Still going for 125 in. Right, the 0 on cement is the prosecutor main event from Dragwalk, he's in lane 2. Back on track, okay. That's the way to go. It's gonna be a one run, he's gonna go by himself. Not black and everything. Good launch out the box on a .621. Cruiser speed and 11 forward 126. Six in the car. Right, it's a car such a very well this game they're racing. While a lot of hardware is going to this car and it's can you run 9 today? Right out the rock goes 0.355 reaction time. Well, he's really going strong. Let's see what he does. He's got him on track right now. 11.194. One big side of them. Yeah, somebody get a finger there. Check this out. First one to tell me After this, we're going to go red to get them away. Please, guys, we need you to stay away from the start line area. Right, let's see now. We've got Franz, the man in the BMW, that's the lane one. The left-hand lane and the blue BMW is on the man. Right, let's see what Franz is. And 465 and 179. 179. Right, guys, please, we need to clear the pit lane.
I want to go pee, but I can't go pee.
Blackie and the boys.
It's all like a cousin.
And they go on 15095 and 150. Right, starting in the big Can we please clear the whole pit lane? We need the whole pit lane clear before we will commence. Andy Robinson, of course, Annie and the team, everybody out there, it's the birthday bash today. Peter Sound, of course. What else can it be? Of course, Peter Sound is South Africa's only performance magazine for one of the all news stations that books for countrywide. Support the magazine, they try and keep it clean, the sideline, the way. cars, Ross Peak with a red BMW in lane 2. Lane 1, right, steady box, he goes away. Oh, look at that, a .537 reaction time for steady can steer. 0.698 for Ross Peak. Number 8, speed 150 km an hour. Right up to the first there. The man in lane 1.
Hello, Michelle. Fine, and you? Good.
I want to show you a serious golf trick. You keep this for your DVD. Phone me now! Yeah. See some teeth? No teeth at all. Because it's a donkey. See my car?
Hello, ladies. Winnie.
Ladies ben je goud op de race. Want dan wil je geen man of course, without.
Hey Justin, how you doing? Good, thanks. How's it going? Good, thanks. And this?
Company car.
Is it? Say it louder.
Company car.
This is Uncle Dale. This is Uncle Dale. How you doing? Good, thanks. Yo, it's our favorite golf.
My gosh, not been busy today. Sorry, you want to take a picture? It wasn't too big, it
Alright. We got everybody's got. Right, we've got 3 guys and they've each taken the object of compliments on that soil. Right on track, we've got Barry and Darwell here, so trying to run. Red Bucky's got a bit of a problem with the shoe, but it makes a hell of a lot of horsepower, believe you me. Right, remember you got 10 boosted today from M2. The normal price is $95. You can get it for $75 out here today at the Students' Arms Birthday Bash. Right, we do make it good out here at the Ep.4, and you can get the break the race this time 11.935, 193, and Zama just squeezed. Through there at 12.783 at 176.
Hey, how you doing?
Right up from the show here. Well, the 40 lane one is Darby in lane 2. Darby's going to run after this. That's all starting around 15. 12, 5, 46, and 182 km an hour. And lane 1, that's about 13, 486, and 104. Looks like they've got this on the
So, what do you think of the new Pope?
Haven't met him personally, so.
Is it? You know he's German, eh?
Yeah. So I'm not going to give you my opinion, but him being German and the head of the Catholics, I wonder how many little altar boys are going to have little ring stings after quiet.
Good.
Once again, we'd just like to thank everybody for being here today. Not only to Kessel, we want to thank Coca-Cola as well for the big rig. As you can hear, we're pumping out the tune. Here's our favorite cameraman. Yeah, let's go, Daddy.
But you got to be doing something. I can't film you just standing there.
When he kicks the mouse, hold on. When he kicks the mouse, get him in action.
I'm just walking over here.
This shape car looks nice as well.
Getting us some camera checks, not a good thing.
Oh, is it?
It's a bad thing, they can use it against us later.
Yeah, so I see you very popular on TV lately, coming out of toilets and everything.
Right, Colours is the man who's inside the bus. I can see here,
to see who's come here, right? I was scared.
Ladies and gentlemen, we backstage here with the Speed and Sound crew. We're visiting Precision Race Technologies, and as you can see, the CEO of the company is just chilling because my employee Joss has been running around doing my errands for me. Now I know what those chicks at the perfume stores in Stutterford feel like cleaning the council's Louis Vuitton.
Look no further, come on into the Tiger Wheel Entire stand. Come and check out the brand new.
Downstairs, and we'll let you know shortly.
On camera trying to bribe us.
I saw that. I'm gonna say.
That'll be the last two cars. Right, let's rock and roll. And then we're going to run the 800 meter. Okay. 86 k's an hour.
Nah, this is for the DVD.
It's Dale Calder, man. That thing's a shit.
Blue jeans, black vest, black sneakers, black hair, women, so I know what's going on. Come in, young lady.
I think where you said you was going, right? Yeah. It was good there, man. Where did you say the guy was standing?
It was good, as I said, behind the
Right.
found out.
Just now you make cock again and put all my shit on the TV.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the man from Cape Town. Let's see what Robbie does. He takes on Rudy. Well, this golf really gets rocketing. Look at that golf go. This is going to be a good one for the golf. 274! 274! The golf takes the lead. It takes it away from the Ford. 249.47 for the Mazda. That's the way to go. Robbie from Cape Town runs a 274. Right, looks good. Jose, the man with the bucky, he keeps rolling. Let's see, can he run a 240 up Bradshaw? 228 k's. First, 243.97. Right, let's check this out. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Logan Brand, he's got Logan going. Mark out. Let's see. Logan goes all the way. What does he run?